Ting Kok is the fourth largest mangrove in Hong Kong, with the combination with its sheltered mudflat and sandflat habitat. It is an important ground that supports a diverse range of species. In 1985, 37.5 hectares of the habitat was designated as sites of special scientific interest. Despite not being included in the SSSI, the Long May mudflat of Ting Kok is always considered of high ecological value by experts and green groups, with it being an important breeding ground for a lot of endangered marine wildlife. In 2005, the government proposed to develop the Long May mudflat into an artificial beach in response to the district's recreational needs. 2 years later, an environmental impact assessment was committed for Long May, stating the site has an overall low ecological value, which gave green light to the development. The only valued ecology mentioned are existing mangrove seedling on the construction site. Replanting of mangroves on the undisturbed parts of mudflats was hence suggested as compensation. These results have received a lot of criticism over the years for its authenticity and were strongly opposed by green groups, experts, and some of the public. Nevertheless, the EIA has still passed the EPD and the construction started in 2013. Over 2/3 of the Long May mudflat was destroyed.
With an intention to compensate for the development and ease people's objections to the development, the Ting Kok Coastal Conservation Plan, Ting Kok Plus, was proposed by the government, aiming to further conserve Ting Kok biodiversity. The plan consists of 3 main objectives: enhance the ecological conservation work at the Ting Kok site of SSSI and Ting Kok East, raise public awareness about the value of coastal ecology, and to review the education value of the area, and how the cost can be appropriately used by the public, students, and researchers. The plan is strongly supported across government agencies. Despite conservation was not the central focus, the Development Bureau and District Council have agreed to the plan, as it could help push forward the beach development. Not only could the beach increase swimming facilities for the district, being adjacent to Tai Mei Tok, they also believed that the Long May mudflat would be a perfect location for the development, as it could further develop the coastal area into a recreational hub. The same goes for local villagers who primarily pay attention to how the development could potentially attract more tourists into the area and bring economic benefits. They are not concerned about the details of conservation. The plan is contrary to the existing land use of the area, which is mainly recreational development.
On the other hand, green groups believe the plan is just a political marketing tool, and his main objective is to conceal the damage that will be done to Long May's ecology and negotiate with the public for their buy-in with the development. They think that although the plan aims for conservation, most of his strategy focus on how to introduce human activities and promote education. In response to the plan's key strategy of including Ting Kok East into the conservation area and enhancing conservation to Ting Kok SSSI, they don't think this is equivalent to compensate for the development of Long May. The value of mudflat in Long May cannot be compensated by conservation Ting Kok's mangroves and sandflat. Furthermore, they also prove that Long May is one of the key habitats for the endangered water seahorses. However, AFCD has overturned this argument by claiming that the seahorse is moderate abundant in Hong Kong and stated a translocation plan of Long May marine species to Ting Kok East would be appropriate for the conservation. Green groups and experts believe that AFCD are offering political services. They have also challenged the practicality of the translocation, as not all organisms can be transferred, especially larval ones, which critically affect the next generation of the species. The plan also lacks of detailed planning, expertise, and monitoring. Despite green groups have proposed a lot of alternative development solutions for Long May, such as an eco pool or a marine park, none of them is taken into account by the government.
In terms of achievability, out of all 6 targets set in the plan, The most remarkable outcome is the 3-year ecological study on Ting Kok and Total Harbour implemented by the local universities. The study has identified marine species of the region and contributed to the marine biodiversity database. Regular water monitoring of the area has also been done by the EPD.
For the educational aspects, AFCD has hosted eco-tours and coast cleaning events, as well as published leaflets and websites to promote Ting Kok ecology to the public. However, these events and information are less known and hard to access. Another aim of the plan is to re-examine roads that allow people to gain access to the coastline. 2 paths were built to allow accessibility, but they are poorly decided and are very crude. The roads are confusing and misleading visitors. It also allows villagers easy access to the site and build around it. Even though the plan declares the design intention is to divert people from entering the high ecological value parts of the coast, one of the paths leads people directly into the SSSI area. It is also very easy for people to get across the sand flats during low tide.
Although the plan aims to include Ting Kok East and Ting Kok SSSI for further conservation, the plan has done no protection measures or monitoring action to the site. In addition to the fact that Ting Kok landform is relatively flat, it is extremely vulnerable to damage from village development. Similar to any new territories in Hong Kong, local villagers have used the strategy of destroy first, build later. Large areas of backshore vegetation and parts of the mangroves have been constantly removed and turned into brownfield or recreational use. These actions are critically threatening the Ting Kok's habitat. Finally, the first and foremost original aims of the plan of setting further conservation plans and measures for Ting Kok has seen slow progress and seems to be forgotten.